With talks about high inflation rates, not just here in Australia, but all over the world, we are preparing for something that is quite concerning. Now, in these videos, all I try and do is prompt you to start looking, start researching about these things, and start getting activity in. The reason I say that is because we could be headed towards retiring poor, and what does that actually look like? Well, that's what I want to discuss in this video and how we can actually prepare for that. Because to be honest, I don't want to retire poor, and I don't want anyone watching this to also be in that position. If you are interested, keep watching. Hey guys, my name's Ravi and welcome back to Personal Finance with Ravi Sharma. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button because I talk about real estate, cryptocurrency, and financial freedom. Now, the most important part about that is financial freedom. The idea of being able to do what you love whenever you like and not having to see the monetary value is very, very important. Not just because,
hey, I want to sit on a beach and sip on pina coladas.
It's actually more important than that. And the way that I think about this is that when I'm older and I don't have as many choices, or I could get hit by a car tomorrow and I don't have as many choices to go to work and do these things, I want to know that when things are great, I'm taking care of myself today, but I'm also preparing for what could potentially come tomorrow. Now, we're going to jump into some statistics around how retirees are actually struggling right now. And I know this for a fact because I've got grandparents who are retirees. And if this is just a precursor of what's coming with high inflation rates, it can get quite concerning. Now, I'm definitely not one of those guys that come here and doom and gloom and tell everyone that the world is collapsing. I'm definitely not like that. I'm very optimistic about the world, but I'm also very realistic. The idea around being rich and having all this money to spend on nice cars, yeah, okay, that's one extreme. But what are we looking at? The average people right now watching this channel, myself included, it's really about going, how do I just have more choices? How do I know that I can take care of my family, I can take care of myself, have a roof over my head, and not have to consistently think that,
hey, I don't have enough money to buy food for myself.
This is the concern I have. I talk to way too many people. People jump in the comment section, always concerned that there might be a risk, that the market might crash, that something might happen outside of my control. I can tell you now, time in the market is better than timing the market. If you can time it as well, then of course you're going to make exponential gains. But what I want to focus here on is a few concerning statistics that we need to start paying attention to very quickly. Retirees feeling the pressure of accelerating living costs. Increased living costs led to the highest annual increase in retiree budgets since 2010, according to new research. Retirees are tightening their purse strings due to being impacted by high living costs, according to the Association of Superannuation Funds of Australia. The latest living cost index, so the LCI, from Australian Bureau of Statistics revealed that the self-funded retirees experienced the biggest hike in living costs over the past year of 2.9%. On the other hand, age pensioners had one of the smallest hikes of 2.6%. However, ASFA's comfortable single budget recommends that people aged over 65 spend $45,239 per year to live a comfortable retirement. Additionally, AFSA's comfortable couples budget is $63,799 a year. These figures are up 1% and 0.9% respectively on the previous quarter. They're also up 3 and 2.8% over the past year in September 2021. Now, what's important here is, okay, the numbers are increasing, they may not sound like a lot, but what my concern here is, imagine the mentality and the psyche behind you being a retiree, knowing that your income's pretty much fixed. You're not increasing that because you're not working. There's no new sources of income coming here. And you're seeing statistics, you're seeing the news come out and say inflation is real. What they are reporting in the media is not right. It's actually far beyond that. That's quite concerning. And in no way does that give you peace of mind. When I talk on this channel about whether it's real estate, crypto, shares, ETFs, whatever it is, I talk about peace of mind. And it's not just about peace of mind today, having the work-life balance and whatnot, but right now we still have a choice, right? If you happen to go,
oh, well, inflation's a concern. I better go out and take up another job. Maybe I can drive Uber. Maybe I can make a few extra $100 here and there.
You can do that right now. But when you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, you've got things like the health concerns that are around you. Your mental state is in a different space altogether, and you don't know what your living situation looks like. Then to couple that with what's actually happening in the background with inflation, costs of everything going up, you're putting yourself in a position which is very scary. To even just make this video scaring me, but I know that's how important this is, that I get this message across to you guys. It's that simply going around the Monopoly board and hoping that the $200 you cash every time you go past go, effectively your salary is going to get you to financial freedom and live a life of choice even when you're retired, is actually just makes no sense at all. This is why I urge people, doesn't matter what you're investing in, it matters more so around your risk appetite, knowing what your strategy is, and then in line combine with that, knowing which assets to actually buy. Do your research, figure out the right team around you, and then you can actually make moves. Notably, the annual single pension is currently $25,155 and the annual couple age pension is $37,923. We clearly see the disparity here. So if you want to live comfortably as a single, you need to have $45,239. However, the pension is only giving you $25,155. If you go into the couple situation, well, a comfortable budget would be $63,799. But you only get, as the age pension for couples, $37,923. We clearly see there's a problem here. Glenn McRae said Australian retirees are facing significant pressures on their budgets, giving unavoidable price hikes such as petrol and council rates. It's critical that future retirees are able to build sufficient retirement savings to ensure they have dignity, health, vitality, and connection in retirement. Moving Australia to a 12% superannuation guarantee setting is an important step towards ensuring the future generations can be confident to meet the financial challenges of the retirement. Guys, the reason why they have to increase super contributions and mandate that really is because they don't trust that people like yourself can go out there and create numerous sources of income, passive income, also going in, investing in, getting educated around financial education. That's why they're going, well, we're gonna have to do this for you, because if you don't actually do this for yourself, we're gonna be screwed on the back end, because that actually causes a bunch of other issues for the government, and that's what they're trying to avoid. So they're going,
hey, increase the super, have more money go across there.
But it also means it's forced savings for you. Modest and comfortable budgets for 65 to 85-year-olds. A breakdown of costs to live modestly and comfortably for singles and couples aged 65 and 85. For singles aged 65, the most modest budget recommends spending $28,775 to cover costs such as housing, food, clothing, leisure, and more. Couples aged around 65 on a modest budget can afford to budget $41,446, and briefly recommends that modest singles $27,000 annually, modest couples are $38,000, comfortable singles are $42,000, and comfortable couples are $59,000. Now, when you actually break these numbers down and you realize how old you are today and what steps you can make so that you can avoid a situation like this, really puts you in an empowering position. At least for me, it does. When I sit there and I go, okay, if I know that I need to live comfortably, I'm gonna need about $70,000 a year. Now, of course, we're gonna have inflation, but if I can cater for that in today's dollar, how do I do that? I work backwards. I've got a video on this channel around, how you can invest and then actually be generating $88,000 quite comfortably. So definitely go check out that video. It'll pop up in a card here. But essentially, I would be going in and saying, if I want to get $70,000 worth, how do I break that down into properties, into crypto, into ETFs? So I know there's a set amount of cash flow and I'm self-retired. I don't need to rely on the government changing up their rules, because if we have inflation and cost of living goes up by 5%, but my pension only goes up by 2%, I have a disparity, which means now I have to compromise on my life. Guys, if you're working really hard and you've been working for 30, 40, 50 years, do you really want to go,
finally I can retire,
and then realize that every year this lifestyle of your retirement actually gets compromised further and further and further every year? You're gonna sit back and go, I regret not thinking about this when I was in my 20s, in my 30s, and in my 40s. Right now, you could be watching this video. If you're still watching, fantastic, drop a like for the video. But you could be watching this video and saying,
Rocky's full of shit. Like, I don't care about these properties. I want to go travel Europe.
Hey, there is a way that you can do both. It's about smarter investing. You can have best of both worlds. I've done it. I travel more now because I know that I've got the machine in the background. That gives me confidence to go, well, the money I make, I can actually go and spend and enjoy my life rather than go,
I need to save everything because there's going to come a day where I'm not going to be able to retire and be able to afford food.
I think it's fairly evident as to the point I'm trying to make here, is invest in assets, invest in yourself, and really take accountability, because when the game changes, and it will, inflation rates are going higher, and you get into a position where you don't have those options, you can't go back in time. You may as well put a little bit aside, be a bit smart, and be active in this market. I've been saying on the channel for a while, 12, 24, 36 months. Fantastic time to be investing and making money work for you. You understand what's coming around the corner. The writing's on the wall. It's time to act, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, share it with someone that really needs to hear this. Wake up. This is happening, and it's gonna happen with or without my YouTube videos, but it definitely can't happen without your likes on these videos. So drop a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.